Battle of Hastings. There were larger armies than before. However, they were no more than about 3,000 people per pitched battle, and most of them would have been dressed in simple clothes. So if I can have, please, a warrior dressed in a simple tunic with a simple one-handed spear to step forward. Anyone will do. Any dream will do. Aha! One plucky young warrior. What is your name, sir? Neb! The Welsh warrior Neb has stepped forward. As we can see, he is in a simply dyed tunic. However, it is green, which could, if it was a bit more fancy, suggest that he is higher status. He's stolen a rich tunic, so the one-handed spear was the weapon that you were expected to use in the field. Hugely effective and versatile. Have we got another warrior? Nigel, step forward. This warrior, clearly of a higher status, is able to afford armour, the leather armour, and a sword. Swords were the sort of equivalent of a Bugatti Veyron or a sports car of that magnitude in price. So not only were they a fantastically effective weapon on the battlefield, they were a status symbol. Now, I think that we should pitch these two warriors against one another. Spears, please, sir. Just to give you an idea of the combat. When fought in a line, these spears would be parts of a shield wall, with spears aiming for the face and for the feet. However, individual combats, they are extremely versatile. So we have Neb and we have Maldwyn. Maldwyn, the warrior in leather. You must cheer for the warrior that you wish to win. I say Neb, for Maldwyn is the traitorous Welsh prince. Yes! Yes, Neb! Finish him off! Finish him, Neb! The small knife, the scramsy axe, used usually in the kitchen, can be a fantastic weapon for dispatching fallen enemies. The warriors roar in appreciation. Drag the dead from the field, and we shall have warriors of a higher status. Liam, Miles, step forward. You leave. Here we have similarly dressed, simply dressed, a green tunic, but obviously cleaner, obviously more cared for. We have bright orange trousers, suggesting that he has taken the time and the money to pay for these materials. He is not just wearing fancy clothes, he is showing off his wealth. However, with that logic, he is massively outclassed by the gentleman that we have here in the fabulous blue tunic with the red trim. He has clearly spent the money on this. That is the equivalent of buying another car. He also has a sword. Both of them have swords. Both of them have training. Now, shall we see who shall prevail? The young Welsh noble who is using a round shield, or the malicious, the vile, and the decrepitly aged Norman warrior with his fantastically coloured poncy tunic, both using swords. Go for it, gentlemen. Sorry, Father. Gentlemen, have at it for the entertainment of the crowd. Cheer for Liam or cheer for Miles. Choose your side. But remember, Miles is a Norman, so I say Liam. Oh yes! Youth and vigour has prevailed over grit and grizzle and decrepit age. Finish him, sir, and claim the field. Men often cried for their mothers upon realising it was their time to die. Remove the dead from the field, and we shall replace him with two other warriors. Can we have people with axes on the field, please? The wealthiest. However, most people couldn't afford a sword, and if they could, they would not necessarily have wanted to use it in combat for fear of damaging it. They would have used axes or spears, as we see here. A gentleman in armour with a helmet using an axe. And a gentleman over here with very feminine features using another axe, and is also simply dressed, suggesting that this axe is not actually designed for war but for splitting wood. He has been called forth from the land to fight. Have at it. The armoured lord taking on the unarmoured peasants. I don't think that's fair, really. So we should cheer for the unarmoured peasant who appears to have no name. Peasant! Everyone will cheer for peasant! Shout the name! Come on, peasant! You can do it, peasant! Have at him! His armour, his mail, it protects him from minor nicks and cuts. The blade of the axe glancing from his chest, glancing from his thighs. Oh, come on! That is vile and despicable cheating, although she has her backup weapon, her knife, her scrap. A well-placed shot to the jugular fells this treacherous, slimy, stinking Welshman. Remove him from the field. He's an assault to my eyes. Can I please have the two heavily armoured Norman lords step forward? That's you, William. See, totally barbaric, doesn't even listen to a word I say. I can't work in these conditions. Right, as you can see, the male shirts that both of these men are wearing are in direct contrast to the shirts you've seen previously. These are designed for riding, the split in the middle allowing for extra leg movement and also protecting the tops of the thighs. Nice squat there, William, to show exactly what would happen. Fantastic. Each of them is using a one-handed spear, giving them the range on the battlefield. However, they possess swords. You'll notice that their shields are also different. This, again, is designed for riding and for protecting the lower leg section, whereas the round shields are used for a shield wall. If I can have one formed up behind these Norman lords, please. Shield wall. Whilst they fight. Shield wall! I command you! Normans, if you demonstrate your superior fighting technique against one another. These people were trained, unlike the Welsh that you saw previously, who were fighting for their lands with a ferocity that only somebody that knows that their cause is right can do. These warriors have simple, calculated training. I would train for many hours a day. Get up! Get up! Oh, come on! One blow was not good enough to fell a warrior in mail. Several blows were required, for the male could deflect a single sword strike. Get off my field!
You can't easily kill a man in armour with a blow. You just have to
keep hitting him until he stays down. Help him up, get him off my field, his weakness offends me. You heard me talk about the shield wall, the overlapping shields, most famous for its use in the Battle of Hastings by the defending force against the Normans. We shall demonstrate one for you now. Step forward. Step forward! You can't get the stuff. Overlapping shields. Take a weapon, sir. You're useless without one. As we can see here. The loot of battle, mine now. As you can see here, the overlapping shields create an impregnable force. So even if we were to have a warrior running full pelt at this wall, he could be repelled and repelled and repelled. It is the strength and morale of these men. Go for it, my Norman lord. Weighing several stone and heavier in his mail, William is like a battering ram. However, he is being repelled. Once more. Weapons over the top of the shield wall, fantastically effective at dispatching your enemies. Step on! Step on! Charge! Many a bowl was emptied. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are the warriors of Regular Anglorum. Thank you.